Alright, so, hey, what's up? I'm Caleb Kuda. I attend University of Wisconsin-Stevens Point, and this is my story. About a year ago, I got asked to be a green advocate for my campus, and I was like, oh, cool, what does that mean? And they're like, well, you move in early, so immediately, right there, I was like, oh, I wanna move in early, avoid that freshman rush. When I got to campus, I was really just looking to the moving in thing. I didn't really know a whole lot about what I was going to be doing, or what being a green advocate meant. And I attended my first meeting, and they're talking about sustainability and composting and all that stuff, and I was speechless. I really was. So I'm an accounting major, and my whole life I've been all about finance and business and economics. So I knew nothing. I knew nothing whatsoever. So I was losing my mind. But one of the things that we promoted for one of our first on-campus events was Project Green Challenge, and I was like, well, what's that? And but they said it was a big competition. It was like a worldwide competition. So I'm thinking to myself, well, I'm really competitive and I love stuff like that. But I had no idea what I was doing or getting myself into. So basically, I got into the competition. I kind of took the first few days kind of just like, oh, I kind of just want to get the points, leaderboard and all that different kind of stuff. And I never really thought that it would inspire me to kind of take the world and kind of look deeper into the things that I'm looking at, or into things that are really going on that I just don't know anything about. And but no, it really took me into so many different levels and so much creativity throughout all the different layers and aspects of the world, and all these different things that we use and or see around our lives, and how much they actually mean to us, and mean to the environment, and mean to the world. So just like I was saying before, I didn't even know what sustainability meant. I didn't even know what composting was. As simple as what composting is, I had no idea. I really didn't. How would I know that today 4.4 pounds of waste are produced every single day by just a single person? Or the fact that carbon particles run through our bodies. They run through everything that we see and what we know as of today, like factories, buildings, trees, everything. Or even just small things like fossil fuels, like petroleum, natural gas, and coal are the main dominated fossil fuels. But the thing is, though, is that none of these things are renewable. So it's well, then why are we using them? Or how about the fact that we all know that oceans dominate the world? Water takes up 70% of the water that we know of as today, but only 2.5% of that water is actually fresh. And let's actually even go deeper. Only 1.5% of that is actually able to nourish life on Earth. Or how about a little bit about food waste? That was such a big thing that I felt such a great thing to learn about. But if food waste were actually a country, it would be the third largest emitter of greenhouse gases. And I think that's just crazy. But what's even more crazy is that 3.3 billion tons of CO2 that is emitted by the processing of foods. And basically, most of these foods actually go to waste. So it's just we're kind of creating that CO2, like I said before. Everything that we know of has carbon. And those carbon particles are basically being dispersed up into the air, causing this unequal balance between the carbon particles in our atmosphere. And with that imbalance, that's what we know as of today, which is climate change. Before this, I never knew what climate change meant. I kind of just ignored it. But now it makes sense, with all the different factories and new technological advances, and how they're really creating this unimbalance between those carbon particles. Like I said before, I was just an accounting major. I knew nothing about this, but I go to a school that is natural resources based, and everyone here is crazy about the environment, and I totally respect that. But I didn't know anything, so I wanted to know something. And a change that I actually really thought of, I've always had this YouTube channel that I never knew what I was going to do with it. But actually, Project Green Challenge has really inspired me to turn this YouTube channel into a podcast about different themes and different ideas as to the environment and how it can change and how it can relate to it, and doing basically these different little things like Project Green Challenge, and how I can inform them and create that change within the societies, and really promote all those different aspects, and really engage my knowledge and understanding, and even learn along the way as well as teaching other people about this kind of stuff. Project Green Challenge is just, it's something that has really just pushed me to want to believe in something, and pushed me to really engage myself with the society more and with the environment more, and taking that business aspect and turning it into something that is more environmentally focused, as well as keeping that business aspect in it. And it just has really opened up my idea to that for myself, but also for my campus, especially since nobody on my campus even knows about Project Green Challenge, and we push to promote this so much. And I feel that if I were to bring this back with me, my experience without going through with Project Green Challenge, that it would really inspire a lot of the students to really just show how important this is, and how great of knowledge that you can gain from this and all the experiences. And it just really pushed me personally into a whole nother level of understanding on the environment and how important it is. And I want other people to obviously know that, not just me, not just the students, but everyone else in the world. And it really is important to me.